and welcome to the channel. My name is Keith, and in this episode, Pastor Ed Carifio will be addressing the beliefs of those who call themselves atheists. Now, I've entitled this episode, Atheist Religion. And you might ask, why would you name a series about Atheist Religion? Well, according to the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language, 5th edition, the fifth definition of religion is a cause, principle, or activity pursued with zeal or conscientious devotion. That sounds like the atheist religion to me. Interested in learning more? Here's Pastor Ed Carifio.
Hello again. This is Pastor Ed Carifio coming to you from the YouTube channel Have You Not Read? And today we're going to begin a short series of videos on atheism. There's a subject that has been debated for many years before I came along. I'm not going to solve it in these videos, but I am going to give the viewpoints both of atheists and from the Holy Scriptures. What is the definition of an atheist? An atheist is someone who has a lack of belief or a strong disbelief in the existence of God or gods. They claim it is not a religion, but rather a philosophical stance or viewpoint. In reality, we'll see as we go through this, it is a religion without God. It is a religion that has to be accepted by faith. Just like Jesus Christ, the Bible, the gospel have to be accepted and received by faith, atheism has to be believed by faith. And they claim there is no evidence for the existence of God, nor for anything in the afterlife like heaven or hell. And we'll look at it in these videos from the evidence that is presented in the Scripture and also through science. Now, John 8:32. I'm going to start with a Bible verse this morning. John 8:32. Jesus said to the Jews who were standing around listening to him preach, he said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." It's my prayer that the truth of Scripture, if you're an atheist watching this, you're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to leave a comment if you like. I'm praying that the truth of what is in the Scripture will stand, and it will set you free if you are an atheist, or if you're just questioning the existence of God without being a total atheist. Now, I want to look at this in the first video from two points of view. One, design. Design in the material world demands that there had to have been a designer who designed it. Secondly, we're going to look at why is there right or wrong? Where did that concept come from, right or wrong, if there is no God? Now, in regard to the first point, everything that we see, use, or touch in this life was designed for a specific purpose, designed by an intelligent designer. And I'm going to give you some examples. They're small, but think of this. A pair of gloves, hats, pants, cars, trains, computers, planes, shoes. I mean, I could go on for hours naming things. You know what they all have in common? They were each designed for a specific purpose. Shoes were not designed to be put on your hands. Hats were not designed to be put on your feet. Cars were not designed for anything else but to give you transportation, and on it goes. Now, either that, everything was designed for a specific purpose, or all the things that I mentioned came about by accident or by pure natural choice. And how does anything come about by accident? Like houses, cars, computers. Again, the list could go on and on and on and on. A house is not an accident. It was designed by a designer for people to live in. A car was designed, a train was designed, a plane was designed to take people places for travel. It wasn't designed for anything else. Now, what about the human brain? This is from Richard Lewin, a British anthropologist. And I'm going to quote him. 10 billion neurons are packed into the brain. Each on an average has 1,000 links with other neurons, resulting in more than in our brain 60,000 miles of wiring. Ponder that fact for a second. Now, the fastest computer clocks up to 1 billion or so operations per second. Did you know that pales in significance besides the 100 billion operations that occur in the brain of a little fly, which is at rest? To say that the brain is a computer is a truism, because what goes on in there is unquestionably computations every second of the day, even when you're sleeping. But so far, no man-made computer can even come close to matching the human brain. No camera that man has ever designed can ever approach the complexity and speed of the human eye. Are human beings designed? To think that the incredible complexity of the human body happened by mere chance over billions of years of evolution, to me, defies all logic. Every part of the human body was either designed for a specific purpose or it all came about by chance. I'll let you decide. Secondly, the concept of right and wrong. That some things are right and some things are wrong. Who decided that? Who set the standards for moral behavior, for criminal behavior, for what is right and what is wrong? If there is an absolute ultimate standard of what's right and wrong, someone had to determine that and set it up and design it. If there is no God, then there can be no absolute standard of what's right and what's wrong. It's impossible. If God created us, then he has the absolute divine right to declare the moral standards by which you and I are to live by. Otherwise, murdering 6 million Jews in World War II is allowed because Hitler said it was so. Otherwise, there's no distinction between killing a roach, a cow, or a person. We are either above the animals and the insects, or we're no more valuable than they are. One atheist, his name is Dan Barker, one of the more well-known atheists of our day, said this: "You and I are like rats, ants, or pieces of broccoli. We're no better than nature." Let me say that again. This is what an atheist, one of the most prominent atheists in the world, said. You and I are like ants or rats or pieces of broccoli. We're no better than that in nature. Talk about reducing man to no better than a roach or a piece of broccoli is why Hitler had no problem murdering 6 million Jews, or Stalin, or Mao, or Khomeini, and other brutal dictators through history who have killed tens and even hundreds of millions of their own citizens. If we're no better than cockroaches or broccoli, then human life has been reduced to total insignificance, and therefore killing people is nothing. There's no problem. Killing another human being is no different, according to some of these atheists, than stepping on a cockroach or eating a piece of broccoli. That is the fruit of atheism, my friend. Next, we're going to look in the next video. The Bible has a lot to say about this, and we'll dive headfirst into that in the next video.